Hello everyone. We are here with a series of videos of our next novel, I Too Had a Love Story, by Ravinder Singh. This story is based on real life events of writer himself. I highly recommend to use earphones for a better experience. So, without wasting much of your time, let's get started. Reunion 4th March 2006. He was in Kolkata, about to reach Happy's home. He seemed very happy as he was gonna see their gang of four after 3 years. This was the first time they were gonna meet after 4 years. At the college hostel, Ravin was never interested to be friends with Happy because of his fondness for fights and the red on his mark sheets. But in the second year, they became roommates, and because life is weird, things changed, and soon they became best of buddies. Happy worked with TCS in London. He was blessed with a height of 6.1 and a good physique. Manpreet, his another friend, was short statured, fair, and healthy. At the hostel, he was the first guy to have a computer which was home to countless games. Manpreet was a studious guy and worked with Auckland in Bangalore. Amardeep was a simple and of a sober nature. He was not at all a night person and would go off precisely at 11 p.m. He was even the topper in the final semester of their engineering batch. He worked with Evaluaserve. Finally, on the scheduled date, Ravin was first to reach Happy's house, and a little later, Yampi and Amandeep had arrived. But Happy was late to his own house. For the next half hour or so, they talked while eating lunch made by Happy's mom. Yes, you heard it right. They had started lunch without Happy because no one had any idea about his arrival time. Little later, Happy joined them too. They hugged each other with a wide smile on their faces. After lunch, they moved out to another flat in the same building. This flat was also owned by Happy's family. They made themselves comfortable and within no time they were back to the old times, discussing about their past and the present, about those not so good looking girls in the college, about the porn they watched together, about their experiences abroad and many other things. They were glad to be together again. They fell asleep to get some rest, and while they woke up it was already 6:30. It was the first time Amardeep and Yampi had come to Kolkata, so they decided to explore the streets of Kolkata. Fortunately, Happy had two bikes, Pulsar and a Splendor. They crossed River Hooghly over Vidyasagar Setu, shouting and talking to each other. They visited several other places. They enjoyed Kolkata's famous snacks and sweets. They were at some place enjoying iced tea in an earthen cup. It was already 10:30 and they decided to go to some secret place of Happy and Ravin. It wasn't yet midnight when they reached their destination. At the first glance, it looked like a slum. Some trucks parked outside. They parked their bikes and walked through a small street. The place was badly lit and utterly silent. Suddenly, the street ended in a wooden channel. As they walked further, in few seconds they were at the destination. It was River Hooghly and they were at its bay. The place was beautiful with the moon overhead and the stars shining bright. They sat down on one of the giant anchors in the corner of a harbor. The river raced against the cool breeze to meet the Bay of Bengal. In the midst of a funny conversation, a discussion started that changed Ravin's life. Happy asked them about getting married and getting settled in life. That night, four of them discussed this issue seriously for the first time. So many questions, ifs and buts, were raised and answered between them. Ravin was quite convinced to marry and settle down, but the girl had to be Punjabi. Then Amardeep came up with a suggestion to use internet to find the girl too. Happy asked him if he was talking about matrimonial sites like shadi.com. It was already 1:30 and their empty stomachs reminded their brains of their existence. It was probably 4 a.m. by the time they had dinner and slept. And after a long time, they had enjoyed that kind of sleep, the one they used to enjoy in their hostel. They spent next day visiting some of the best hangouts in Kolkata. All three of them came to drop Ravin at Howrah station, and once again the four of them hugged, just like they had at the Hyderabad station on the last day of the college. Next day, Ravin reached Bhubaneswar and Amardeep and Yampi boarded flights back to their respective places. Soon afterwards, Happy flew back to London. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe our channel, The Talkatives, and let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Thank you.